Hey guys, welcome back. The football playoffs are rolling along, and once again, this weekend, the NFL saved the best game for last. Well, in my opinion, anyway. We have the Philadelphia Eagles, the wild card who snuck in that last week, went on a 3-game roll, ended up beating the Bears in the wild card game on the dreaded double doink, although the NFL officially said that somebody got a hand on that ball and it went down as a blocked kick, not a missed kick, but who cares? 16-15 still moves the Eagles along. They go down to the Superdome to face the number 1 seed New Orleans Saints, who are just a powerhouse of a team. It's going to be a fantastic game. I can't wait. You never know who's going to win. You know who I want to win, but let's hash it out right here behind the bar on Happy Hour to see who's really going to take this contest. And the first drink is for the visiting Philadelphia Eagles, and this drink is called a Fly Eagles Fly. Simple drink, only a few ingredients, and it starts with some raspberry vodka. 2 ounces of raspberry vodka. If you don't have raspberry vodka, can you use regular vodka? Absolutely. The drink will be a little different, but that's okay. And then we have 2 ounces of, backtrack. Our good old friend, blue Curacao. And it's going to be 1 ounce of everything else. An ounce of blue Curacao. I like this shaker glass a lot because on the back of the glass, I have the measurements right on there. So I can make drinks really quickly. Did I really just say fastly on the internet? Quickly, I can make drinks quickly. See, I'm so excited I don't even know how to speak. An ounce of orange juice. An ounce of pineapple juice. And an ounce of lemon juice. So is your team still alive in the playoffs like mine? I hope so, for your sake. Especially if your team is the Eagles. So a nice tall glass is in order. Just top that off. The rest of the ice. Big straw. I'm just going to put a little more ice in there just to top that off. Obviously, you want to make the drink that's going to fit in the glass that you're using. I'm using a big tall glass, a big fat lemon wheel, and that starts us off on the final football playoff game of divisional weekend for my Philadelphia Eagles, the Fly Eagles Fly. Okay, this is going to be a challenge for the Eagles because they are going down to the Superdome in New Orleans to face the New Orleans Saints. Drew Brees, in my opinion, again, I don't want to start arguments, but I think he's one of, if not the best quarterbacks of all time. They say Tom Brady's the GOAT. I guess you can't argue because he has all the hardware. But I would honestly say, in my opinion only, had Drew Brees won a couple more, like one or at least one, definitely 2. I think if he had 3 Super Bowls in his resume, I don't even think Tom Brady would be a thing. I mean, Drew Brees has all the passing records. He just year in and year out does not disappoint. I mean, how can you argue with that? Hopefully, he doesn't have a good game this week. But in fairness, we have to make a drink for the Saints. And this is also a pretty good drink. This is an easy drink. It's just 2, 2, and 2. It's called the Bourbon Street Punch. And if you can't make a Bourbon Street Punch without bourbon, 2 ounces of bourbon. And I don't know if you wonder why I measure everything. One, because it's a recipe. I think bartending and mixology is more like baking than it is cooking. I mean, you can kind of wheel and deal and wing it somewhat, but the main reason I measure is because I don't have pours on my bottles. I mean, I have pours, but I just don't like changing them around all the time. So that's why I measure, just so I can be specific and make sure I'm getting the right amounts in there. So that's 2 ounces of cranberry on top of 2 ounces of bourbon, and then just follow it up with the same amount, 2 ounces of OJ. So this one gets shaken up again. I think we talked about this before, but how you know when to shake as opposed to when to stir. There you go. How about even a New Orleans? You can't serve a New Orleans drink unless you have a New Orleans hurricane glass. But anyway, back to the story. When to shake and when to stir. If the drink is all spirits, like a martini, Manhattan, something like that, you just shake. But if it's spirits and other things, that is when you would, if it's just spirits, you stir. If it's spirits and other ingredients, juices, cream, that kind of thing, that's when you shake. So this one, a nice piece of orange. It doesn't want to stay in the glass. And for the New Orleans Saints, the Bourbon Street Punch. So now is when the rubber hits the road, as they say. Which one of these great drinks is going to take this episode of the Happy Hour Divisional Playoffs? It's going to be tough because I like citrusy, fruity drinks, and I generally like anything with bourbon. So I'm wondering how this is going to go. So first, let me try the drink for my guys, the Philadelphia Eagles, Fly, Eagle, Fly. Remember when I said you don't need the raspberry vodka? I lied. You need the raspberry vodka because it really comes out in this drink. I guess if you don't have it, you could just use regular vodka. If you have a little of the raspberry schnapps or raspberry liqueur like a Chambord or something, just to get that flavor in there, you could do it that way. But if you have raspberry vodka, that's going to make this drink. That's really the predominant flavor in this drink. But you get the fruity from the juices, a little bit of tart from the lemon. Good drink. Yeah, that's a winner, guys. Now I'm a little scared because I have to drink a bourbon drink. And if you've been watching Happy Hour over the past year, how I've been doing Happy Hour, this is probably the end of the second year of doing Happy Hour. You know I like bourbon. Crap. Here's the thing, and I'm being completely honest, even though I do want the Eagles to win, this is a really good drink. Now Now, I would not think of putting bourbon with juice. When I think of bourbon, I either think of bourbon two ways. By itself, actually three ways. By itself, in a cocktail like an old-fashioned Manhattan, something like that, or mixed with some kind of soda. Whether, if I drink bourbon with soda, I either drink it with ginger ale, Sprite, or Coke. But this surprisingly is good. Not coincidentally, that's how I think the game is going to go. The Saints absolutely smoked the Eagles in November. I think it was 48-7. That's not happening this time. Even whoever wins this game is going to earn it. I am convinced of that. I really think this is going to be the best game of the weekend. Just like, and no BS here, this was the best happy hour matchup of the weekend as well. Man, this is really tough. I almost wish somebody come over. I need a second opinion. I'll be pickled before I decide if I have to drink it. I think I've made up my mind. Again, completely unbiased. This is a really good drink. If this drink was in any other matchup, this drink would win. But the raspberry and the fruit in this drink, I think takes it. The Fly Eagles Fly is the winner of this round. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's an Eagles fan. He wants them to win. Yeah, I want them to win. I'm not going to lie. This is my show. I can be a homer if I want. But I do, honestly, I like this drink better. Like I said, in any other matchup, what was the best drink so far, in my opinion? I think it was the Colts drink from the wild card round. I think it was like the first drink we made. I think it was called a Blue Colt. I think that was the best drink of the wild card round, and maybe of this round up until this drink. I actually think these are the number one and number two drinks of the playoffs so far. No lie. For my taste anyway. But in a very close fought battle, just like the game is going to go, I'm giving this one to the Eagles. So there you have it. A tough battle won by the Eagles, hopefully just like it's going to go in the final game of divisional playoff weekend. The Fly Eagles fly. Come on guys, we got to take it home. Drink this drink. Drink this drink. This is a really good drink. Have them both at your party. But if you're going to, please do it responsibly. I want you to come back next week for championship weekend. We got to pull out all the stops for that. I'm curious to see who's going to. These are championship weekend caliber drinks right here. But the sad part is we can't make them again. Or I can't make them again. You can make them again. I can't make them again for the playoffs on Happy Hour. So we've got to see what we got to do here. But please check out all the drinks of the playoff series. We've had a really good time. I hope you have as well. I'll put a link right up here, a card, so you can check all the drinks. So this is the fourth game of the second weekend. So that's 8 games. We have 16 drinks for you to try, not all on the same day, unless you're not going anywhere. But have a good time with your family and friends. Please do it responsibly. Come back again and again for happy hour. Subscribe if you're not. Hit the bell so when a new drink or anything else comes up, you'll be notified. You can watch it right away. So I'm going to watch some football. Go Birds. Fly Eagles Fly takes this one. I'll see you real soon for championship weekend football playoffs. Cheers, guys. Go Birds.